From the flood to Abraham, God's narrowing plan. Part 3, Nimrod and the Tower of Babel. Genesis 10:8-12, Genesis 11:1-9. Among the descendants of Ham stands a striking figure, Nimrod. Scripture calls him a mighty hunter before the Lord. The phrase does not commend him but suggests defiance, a man building power and renown apart from God. Nimrod founded Babel, Nineveh, and other strongholds of empire. His ambition represents the rise of organized rebellion, kingdoms built not upon worship of God, but upon domination and pride. This spirit reached its peak at Babel. After the flood, humanity still spoke one language. Instead of obeying God's command to spread and fill the earth, they settled together on the plain of Shinar. There they conspired. Let us build a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name. Their goal was unity, but not in truth, unity against God, seeking glory for themselves. The tower was not simply architecture, it was idolatry, mankind's attempt to ascend heaven by its own effort. But God saw. He came down to confound their speech, turning one language into many. Unable to understand one another, they abandoned the project and scattered across the earth. What they refused to do in obedience, God accomplished in judgment. Babel became a symbol of human pride brought low, and its name means confusion. The lesson of Babel is timeless. Human pride builds towers, monuments of self, religion without truth, kingdoms without God. But every tower of man falls before the purposes of the Lord. Just as God scattered the rebels, he still resists the proud but gives grace to the humble. At Pentecost, the Spirit reversed Babel in part. Different tongues were heard, yet all proclaimed one gospel. Where sin once divided, Christ now unites. But Babel warns us, any attempt to make a name apart from God ends in confusion. Nimrod's empire has long crumbled, but God's kingdom stands forever. Thus, the story of Nimrod and Babel shows both man's rebellion and God's sovereign control. Nations may rise against him, but his plan presses forward, narrowing ever closer to the line of Abraham. The pride of man scatters, but the call of God gathers unto salvation.